In this video, we're going to return to the very popular topic of Everyone Is You Pushed Out by Neville Goddard. But more specifically, this time, let's figure out how we can know when this concept is actually being applied and working in our life. So if you've ever wondered how this concept shows up in the real world, then this video is definitely for you. Hi, I'm Jeff, and I teach practical and spiritual methods to organize and empower your life. So for those of you who may not be familiar with this concept, the idea of everyone is you pushed out comes from the teachings of Neville Goddard, and it's the concept that the people around us reflect our inner beliefs, thoughts, and assumptions back to us. So what does this mean? It means that your inner world is actually creating the version of people that you experience in life. I know it sounds a little crazy and out there, but just stick with me. It's a really fascinating way to view the world. The question is, how do we actually know if this is working in our life? Well, in this video, let's explore the signs that this concept is active and working in your own life. So sign number one that this concept is active and working in your life is that people start to mirror your inner thoughts and desires. So one of the most common signs is that people start to mirror what you've been focusing on yourself internally. Have you ever noticed that when you change a belief or expectation about something or someone, that suddenly that person starts behaving differently toward you? Sometimes in ways that you didn't even ask for directly, or maybe it's something that you never even brought up with that person. For example, maybe you've been affirming that your partner is more affectionate, and out of the blue, they start showing you more love and care without you needing to say a word. That's a classic sign of everyone is you pushed out at work. It's like the universe is responding to the script that you've been writing, or in this case, rewriting and changing in your mind. The second sign is that you begin attracting situations that perfectly reflect your inner beliefs and feelings. So, for example, let's say you've been working on cultivating more confidence in yourself. This is a really common thing. So suddenly, people at work or in your personal life might start commenting on how different you seem, that you're more confident, more sure of yourself. They might start treating you with more respect and admiration. You might even start getting more opportunities and new opportunities that align with that confident version of yourself that you've been working on creating. So this is a case of the world actually adjusting to match these inner assumptions that we have about ourselves. So in this case, if you're starting to view yourself as more confident and you're starting to express yourself in a more confident way, everyone around you is taking notice, and now they're responding to you differently because your self-image is changing, you see yourself differently, and the people in your life are now mirroring that change back to you. Another powerful sign that this concept of everyone is you pushed out is working in your life is when difficult people or even situations begin to resolve themselves, seemingly without much or any effort on your part. Like, have you ever had someone or an issue that was very challenging, or maybe someone in your life who was negative and rude toward you, but yet after working on your own inner beliefs, that other person suddenly seemed more kind or more agreeable, nicer to you, or maybe even more distant from your life? Maybe once you did some of that internal work, that person just sort of floated out of your life, and now you don't really have anything that needs to be reconciled. They've sort of gone on their own path, their own way. That can be due to a shift in energy, because when you change your assumptions about someone else, the version of them in your reality changes too. Now, this is a really difficult thing to practice, I will say, with experience, but it's a fascinating way to look at the world. So anytime you have to deal with someone who's difficult or negative or whatever, keep this concept in mind, because it really forces you to see things at a much deeper level than simply saying, oh, I don't want this person in my life, I don't want to deal with it. It forces you to look at, okay, how could I maybe be contributing to this situation? I'm not saying that's always the case, but it's a fascinating lens through which to look at these difficult situations and people that we sometimes have to deal with. Another sign is a deeper feeling of empowerment in your interactions with other people. When you realize that everyone is reflecting back to you, your own inner world, you stop feeling like a victim to circumstances or difficult people. Instead, you realize and understand that you yourself hold the power to change your relationships and your outcomes. So this empowerment can feel very subtle at first, but it becomes stronger as you start to consciously practice shifting your inner thoughts and beliefs, and then seeing how people respond to those changes. And finally, when this concept of everyone as you pushed out is active and working in your life, you'll likely notice an increase in synchronicities. Now, synchronicities are those meaningful coincidences, but not really coincidences, that seem to happen out of nowhere, but are actually the result of your inner world aligning with the outer. So you might think about someone and maybe they call or message you right after. Or you might experience something I've been experiencing a lot lately, which is seeing 1111 all over the place. And in fact, I just did a video about this concept a few days ago. Or maybe you set an intention and the right person just shows up in your life at the perfect moment to help you achieve that goal or that intention, right? So these synchronicities are the universe's way of confirming that you're on the right path and that your inner work is starting to manifest into your outer reality. It can also be viewed as a way that the universe is just saying, hey, good job, keep it up, you're making progress, you're on the right path. So these are 5 very powerful signs that everyone as you pushed out is working in your life. It's all about understanding that your inner beliefs and assumptions are then shaping how people show up for you in your reality. So if you start noticing any of these signs, just know that you're on the right path and that you have the ability to shift your reality just by shifting your inner world. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe for more insights on manifesting and conscious living. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.